Hey there, friends and neighbors. I got my lesson book out, ready to give y'all today's lesson. We're going to work on some hammer-ons, and we're going to do some pull-off today. The last few lessons we've had, we worked on the three basics. I mean, the fundamentals, the foundation. That's really important. Is the steady rhythm, changing chords, and singing. Well, I wish I could sing better, but I don't know how. I can't carry a tune in a bucket, but I can still manage to smile. That's enough of that. But anyway, and I'm going to apologize for the sound quality on the microphone end. My wife, Kimberly, surprised me last night with a microphone, and I thought, all right, cool, thank you so much, I could use this. But it's not compatible with any of my devices. This is meant for an input, obviously, but all I have on the laptop and my phone is the output jacks. I don't have anything to plug this in. It's like a plug and play deal. So please, if y'all would consider it, I'd appreciate it. Or if you can't, just like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. I mean, that helps support the channel a lot. But pass the hat. Let me pass the hat around the room. And if you want to slip in a couple bucks, it's via my Cash App. I promise you everything is secure with that. And everything. I have no fear about that. It goes straight to my Cash App. It's secure. And the money and the proceeds go to help me building this channel more. I could use good recording equipment still. Like a microphone, stuff like that. Strings for the instruments to help keep the channel going. Hell, I can use the money towards new notebooks. This one's about to tear up. Writing new songs in it and everything else. Notes and chords to other songs. And it's just pretty much my song diary, if you want to say. So if you want to donate to that, I'll have the link in the description below for the Pass the Hat donation. That's what I call it, and I swear it's secure. You don't have no worries about that. If you have any questions about today's lesson or any other lesson that I give, or if I leave you confused, which I probably will at some point, feel free to cuss me out on my email. You can send me an email with your questions. If you want to keep it private, just me amongst me and you, that's the best way to contact me. It's my email, porchpickin22@gmail.com. Again, it's porchpickin22@gmail.com. But let's get started with today's lesson. Let's not spend a whole lot of time talking and doing the business end of the deal. Let's get into it. I'm real excited to show y'all this. After we've already worked on the foundation of steady rhythm, changing chords, singing, we're going to move into the embellishments. We're going to learn how to break down this rhythm, start adding the embellishments. Think of it as the foundation being your bread. You're building a sandwich, right? Okay? You're building a sandwich. This is your bread. This is your meat. And singing is your cheese, because my singing's cheesy. Now, we're going to move into the condiments. Your mustard, your mayonnaise, your ketchup, Would you put ketchup on a sandwich? Only on a burger? Is burger really a sandwich? Alright, we're dibbling into too much stuff here. Let's come on, stay on topic. Notes. That's why I take notes to stay myself on topic here. But we're going to add the embellishments, so to speak, to the claw hammer style. We can start breaking this rhythm down. Practice this with me. Let's get into the play. Let's not waste too much time. Pick up your banjos. Come on with me. It's a rhythm, quarter note, 2/8 notes, or bum, diddy, bum, or pluck, fall, pull. Whatever it takes for you to remember that rhythm in your head. Whatever it takes. Bum, diddy, bum, or 1, 2, and 3, 4, and pluck, pull, pull. Practice that with me. Strike, strum. It's nice and easy. Here we go. Not trying too hard. It's nice and relaxed. And don't worry about if you hit the wrong string. Because you're within the chord structure. There's no such thing as a wrong note. In fact, another bit of advice I have for you. Practice going through the different strings. When you do the strike, practice going for different strings. Get a feel for it. You want to get comfortable doing this, where you don't have to think about it. Your hand automatically falls into place. You want to keep a good solid form. You're not flicking your wrist. Now, yeah, when you get down the road and you start building up the muscle memory, and this is automatic, your hand will start falling into its own position, where it's not so tense. It starts letting loose. Starts relaxing. You can see what my fingers are doing. It's just naturally curled up. This is where it's comfortable. And I don't question it. It's my body's response to what's going on. So, let's delve in to these hammer-ons first. The rhythm does not change. You'll realize that as we go along here. The rhythm is the same. It does not change. That's why this hand is very important to keep this thing in a steady rhythm. Even if you mess up with your fretting hand and your picking hand, as long as you stay a good strong foundation, it's okay. Don't lose your rhythm. The rhythm is important. More than this. Don't lose that. Keep that in mind. Remember the rhythm. Now, hammer-ons, especially how I approach them. To me, a hammer-on is I'm just adding an extra eighth note to my rhythm already. And I'm going to do it on the 4th string, 2nd fret. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. I know I just do a lot of counts at you and you're like, what is going on? But listen, it's easy. We're going to break it down. I'm going to play it a little bit slower. I'm going to come in closer so you can see my charming, ruggedly good looks. No, my hand over here. Because now we're going to bring the left hand into play. Okay? It's been sitting here just changing chords, not doing a whole lot of anything for the past few lessons. Now we're going to learn how to use our fretting hand. And we're going to start trying to make more sense of this fretboard. There's a lot of science behind this. And it's not scary science. It's not me trying to scare you off. It's not what's happening. It's real simple. If you just break it down and try to keep things simple. One step at a time. That's why I'm doing this one thing at a time. Hammer-ons Pull Offs in this lesson. Sinking in the last lesson. Chords in the other lesson. I'm just doing one thing at a time to keep it simple. I'm not trying to throw everything at you at once and expecting you just to learn this in 30 minutes. No. We're going to take our time. I'm taking my time with you. We're both learning this. I'm no better than you. So let's do this together. My nose is itching. Professionalism on camera. That's great.
Hey! You see me? Good.
Let's break this thing in. Alright, so when you're doing a hammer-on, you're not doing it too much force. I'm going to use my index. I usually use my middle finger to do the hammer-on, but so you can see what's going on, I'll use my index. I hope you can hear that, because I got to get a mic. I really do. So I'm sorry about the sound quality. See where my hand's going? It's just touching the string. It's not trying to go through the fretboard. You're not putting a whole lot of pressure there. You're not trying to hurt yourself. It's not supposed to be painful. Nice and easy. Now, if you're sometime down the road and you still haven't been able to get that hammer-on down, look at how your banjo's set up. That could have something to do with it too. If your strings are up too high off the fretboard, if you're playing with a really thick, heavy string and your strings are already up high, it's going to be difficult. I recommend, I play on the light gauge string, which works just fine for me. My action's down really low to the fretboard, and the banjo head, you want to make sure it's tight, because if you get a banjo straight out of the box, that banjo head ain't going to be tight. I can guarantee it. You're going to have to do some adjustments. And you can adjust your action mainly through a coordinator rod back here. This particular one, you can stick, if you have this one kind of one right here, you can stick like a little pin through it, or whatever fits in that hole, and just tighten it down first to this turnbuckle. You don't really have to mess with that too much in this style. Then you loosen up the one on the back. and you tighten this down, and it pulls the coordinator rod. And while it's pulling the coordinator rod on this side, what's happening is it's adjusting the neck angle and lowering your string height. Now, if you still do that and you still got, high action, check your truss rod, straighten your neck out. You could have a up bow. So just something you want to keep in mind while doing this. But today, let's just get into the practicing. And I'm going to go ahead with my middle finger because I'm more comfortable doing that. So let's do that. Let's do the hammer-on practice. Strike, hammer-on, strum, thumb. Just remember this. Strike, hammer-on, strum, thumb. Practice with me. 4th string, 2nd fret. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. We're going to nice and slow. Let's do something new out there. I was doing a pull-off. So we're going to work with hammer-ons and pull-offs today. A 2-parter lesson. Alright, you could do this. It's nothing that's going to be difficult. Now, with the pull-off, what we're going to do with that pull-off is you're just going to take it like you're doing a hammer-on and immediately pull your finger off the string. My finger always wants to go up with that action. A lot of people go downward. Mine always kind of goes up. I never question that. It's just the way my body responds to it, I guess, or learned. So you're just going to do a pull-off. You're not hanging on to the string. You're letting go as soon as you hit it. Pull-off. No different than your thumb. I love that rhythm. That's awesome. You can get a nice little groove going with that kind of stuff. That's what you're messing around with. You're just messing around with the normal embellishments, your bends, your pre-bends, your hammer-ons, your pull-offs, your slides, cascading hammer-on to give you a certain syncopation, to a certain, you can dress it up a little bit while you play and sing. Don't forget to play and sing. Singing is very important. So anyway, let's practice the pull-off first. Now, what I did there is I put a rest on the strike. The rest is a moment of silence with a note's value attached. So what that means is we got a quarter note strike and the 2/8 notes. You're going to rest that quarter note strike as a quarter note rest. Rest, strum, thumb. Rest, strum, thumb. Practice this motion. Just like that. Bring the banjo in a little bit so you can see. Alright, practice that a little bit. It might be tricky to start off because you're used to hitting that string. You're probably going to fumble a little bit, but that's okay. I fumbled a lot too, and I got used to it. And I love this little thing here. Now, we did the hammer-on here. Practice that just like that, but with this pull-off, I want to give it kind of like a bluesy kind of feel. I want it to be gritty. I want to go to the 3rd fret, 3rd string. Now, in place of that strike, we're going to do that hammer-on. Remember how we practiced the strum thumb? We ain't hitting that string. We're just now with the hammer-on first. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and. practice this. Nice and slow. So when you finally learn it, it's supposed to, you throw it all together. You can do that hammer-on the 3rd string, 2nd fret too. Just move up. Just practice the hammer-on. It's nice and slow. Also practice the pull-off nice and slow. And when you get comfortable with it, speed up a little bit. Alright, so practice the hammer-on. Remember to do it nice and slow. Keep the rhythm in your head. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 this is simply just a normal claw hammer strum. Strike, strum, thumb. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1. Except for that count got messed up. That's okay. You're going to make mistakes like that too. See how far? I'm about 10 years into this, and I'm still making mistakes like that. It's okay. You keep going. Alright? Practice the pull-offs. Practice the hammer-ons. And guys, you guys have a wonderful, beautiful Easter. Spend your time with your family. Eat lots of ham, fish, if you're, whatever you got going on. Until next time, I shall see you when I see you. Don't forget to drop me an email if you got any questions or anything, and I'll see y'all next week for your new lesson. Alright guys, until next time, I shall see you when I see you.